Hello there guys, Bilbo10000 here, bringing you another episode of Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX, and in this episode we're going to be heading into the first dungeon, Level 1, Tail Cave. First things first, let's head off to the left. You see, we got some of these enemies, you have to kill them by knocking them down. Get that and we'll get a key. Through here though, we can actually find something else, but we need to kill these little green blobs, and we also need to make sure those fireballs don't shoot at us. We also got a guardian acorn inside here, which is a very lucky find straight away. Don't know how long it's going to last, but we also have the compass. So if we pause, we can actually see a little bit of the map. Okay, new feature. A tone will tell you if a key is hidden in a room when you enter. Okay, so basically you pause, you can see the chests, you can see the nightmare. The nightmare is the boss of the dungeon, and they are considered nightmares because of the whole theme of dreaming. Because you know how it's like, the windfish is asleep and stuff like that. It's sort of like a theme. Okay, so I want to destroy you, and then we want to come around here, and we want to knock you in there. Place this, and we will just reveal a lovely chest with a small key. We're going to head to the right next, because this room, while we're not actually going to go through that little body prop there, we are going to kill the enemies in here, including the Stalfos. So, get rid of that, get rid of the keys, and then get the chest. We don't need to go through there. And we have the map at last, even though this is only our 4th or 5th room in the dungeon. Okay, so we're going to skip past you. We're going to head in here. And we're going to just defeat these keys, because they're really not too difficult. Defeat the keys, collect the money, and we can head to the next room. This is where the area starts to get a bit interesting. This is a Moldorm. It's a mini sort of snake monster, based on a boss that we fought in Link to the Past, and in Link Between Worlds. So, pretty cool. So, we're going to head through this way, and if you noticed in the wall back over there, it's a bit cracked, because you can actually blow that up with bombs. However, I don't believe we can actually access bombs in this dungeon, so that's going to be kind of interesting. We want to just move past the wall huggers because they are somewhat dangerous and don't really want to deal with them. Oh no. Okay, I wanted that rupee though. And they're slightly faster than us, so there's also that kind of terror. Okay, push that. Now open this. These guys you can only beat by blocking with your shield. Once you block them with your shield and kill them, that door will open up. I believe this will lead to the first main item that we collect on our adventure as Link. And it's a pretty cool item, I must say so. So we're going to head up through here, and we're going to be in a long hallway. Moving this way, that's a floating heart. Oh. Well, that helps. You've got the Roc's Feather. It feels like your body is a lot lighter. So what we want to do is we want to put the Roc's Feather on our shield, and we can now jump, which allows us to access a lot of stuff in the overworld that we couldn't before, including some pieces of heart, along with some other stuff. The jumping is also very helpful just in general, because it allows us to traverse the dungeon at an easier pace, such as being able to jump over this gap. And this gap. We sure hit that keys, but you know, things happen. Beyond our control. So, behind that bombable wall, there is a secret seashell, but we can't come back and collect that just yet. We will when we eventually get bombs, but that's going to be in a while. Okay, so we've got a small key. You can open a locked door. That's good. I like locked doors. Because unlocking them, as the master of unlocking, as Jill Valentine would be, I like doing that. That's also a key inside that chest over there, which we're going to go and open in a moment. So, destroying that and collecting... Oh, beautiful. Now we've got power. This is perfect. If we can keep this up till the boss, that would be so helpful. So, you... Just get... Okay, yeah. That's the only downside to this game's way that it does things. It's slightly difficult to actually, you know, do stuff like that. We've also got the Nightmares key, so we can get into the Nightmares lair, which is, of course, the boss of the level. So, what could the boss of the level be from what we've seen? This place is called Tail Cave. There are many Moldorms lying about. I don't know. I can't really figure out what the boss would be myself. Oh, we've been hit by an enemy. It's fine, though, because, you know, we can make enemies explode like magic. We also have a mini-boss coming up in a minute. But first things first, we need to go through this room. These enemies you can only stop after... You want to make sure that they're all on the same suit. Which is slightly difficult, so... Oh, wrong. Alright, we're on club now. That's club. Come on. There we go. Once you do that, it unlocks a chest with a stone beak. Now, stone beaks can let these owl statues here and in the other areas of the dungeon speak. I didn't actually need them because I kind of knew what we were doing to begin with, but you know, it is a helpful sort of side hint. This enemy is a little rolly guy. You can just keep hitting him back. There's literally almost no way you can lose this fight. Very easy. Hilariously so. And once you defeat this enemy, it will open up this little teleporter. Where does this teleporter go, you may ask? It takes us straight back to the beginning of the dungeon. So that means we have a clear way to and from the dungeon, but it's really ironic because this is actually the last room in the dungeon before the boss. Let's face the boss. It's Moldorm. Buzz buzz, outsider. The goal is to hit its glowing tail. Naturally. Use the Rock's Feather to just avoid some of the jumps, but try not to fall off. Oh, and we're dead. Well, that's our first death. The real problem with this level is you don't want to fall off. So I'm going to just continue without saving because we don't need to save. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get the shield out because I feel like the shield is a bit more useful in this fight than the Rock's Feather. And the basic goal is to hit the mob in the tail as many times as possible while avoiding, you know, the slightly dangerous kind of death. Okay, yep, he's just going to keep repeating his monologue. It's cool. The problem with Moldorm is that he can push you off, like so. What happens if you get pushed off? The battle restarts. You end up having to come out in the other room, and the entire thing has just reset, which means that you have to beat him in one go. So it's a bit of a challenge, especially if you're new to the Zelda series and you've never fought a Moldorm before, and it seems like the shield tactic isn't working, which is a bit worrying, so I guess I will stick to the Rock's Feather instead. Maybe if we do this, it might actually help us a bit more. Because, you know, spin attacks are ever so helpful. Alright. Buzz buzz, outsider. And it's dead! With that, we've got a piece of heart, so that's pretty good. That means we've now got 4 hearts. Well, no, that's a heart container, not a piece of heart. And we have a musical instrument. This is an instrument of the Windfish, and it's the Full Moon Cello. Because the only way to wake the Windfish is to play a song. And you can only play the song with the 8 instruments. The Full Moon Cello is just the first of those instruments. So now, after collecting that, we're pretty much set. We've defeated the nightmare, and we can continue on. So, I will give you, I'm just going to take a quick refreshing pause, and I'll be back in a second. Alright guys, I'm back from my refreshing pause. Swamp. A path opens. In the blooms. It's basically hinting where the next dungeon is. It is the swamp. But we have some things to do before that. This is an instrument of the sirens. I have to admit, at first I did not believe you were real. That instrument, along with the 7 others in the set, has the power to wake the Windfish. You must collect them all. I was instructed to give you directions. Your next goal is north in Kepong Swamp. Hoot indeed. Yep, I've kind of given up on voices at this point because it's a Zelda game, they don't actually need voices. So anyway, with our fancy Rock's Feather, we can actually skip most of that, and we can go and collect a piece of heart that we actually couldn't collect before. So let's actually head up that way then, shall we? We do need to head back to the village. Gasp! Hey buddy, it's serious, yeah? Really serious, yeah it is. The moblins came to the village? Yeah, that's right, a whole gang of moblins, then it's for real, they all went to the house, yeah, that house, and then they did something at Bow Wow's house. It was a really bad scene with the moblins. So I mean, it might be faster to find out for yourself what happened. So basically, we don't actually need to go over there, but basically what's happened is the Bow Wow in front of this house has been kidnapped, and the Bow Wow, as you may or may not know, is a chain chomp, but they call it Bow Wows in these universes because, you know, continuity errors and the fact that they're different franchises. But basically we need to go and save the Bow Wow, and to do that we need to go and collect that piece of heart that we didn't have. So that's actually pretty helpful for us. So we want to just head through here, just, you know, take the path that we did to take to the witch's hut. Okay, you need to die. What's actually over here? I can't remember. Right, this is the fairy fountain. If you go there when you're low on health, you'll get re-healed with hearts, which is good. So these moblins came out of the forest, took Bow Wow, which is rude, as all hell. Alright, we can get this heart piece now. So, we got a heart piece. We now have 3 pieces of heart, which means 1 more piece of heart, and we will officially have all of them that we need for this set. That's also the swamp there, but we don't need to go through there yet. We need to, firstly, the windfish in name only, for it is neither. Okay, don't know what that means. This is the Moblin hideout. Who's there? This suspicious looking runt. Okay, boys, let's get rid of him. Okay, I want to get my my shield out, because I think it might be a little safer. Oh, there was a... That happened. Well then, let's continue on. Okay, normal guys. These guys are pretty easy. I mean, we killed the most threatening looking one straight away, so we're pretty okay. Alright. And this is... You must be an assassin sent by Madame Meow Meow to rescue the mutt. You came here to get me, but it is I who will get you. Right, this guy is an actual boss, in a way. You just need to avoid him and let him hit himself, and then just smack him a bit. It's really an easy boss battle, so it's fine. Just keep whacking him, and eventually he will go down. But you know, it takes a bit of time. Almost. Come on, keep firing. I'm just gonna hold my shield up, it's okay. Let him hit himself again. He's almost done. We're almost done as well, though. We've actually lost quite a bit of health, which is a little worrying. And there we go. The King of the Moblins is easily defeated. Very simple, very quick, very easy. And there's our fairy. And here is the Bow Wow. You've saved Bow Wow. What a fearsome beast. But this isn't exactly everything we're gonna do, because we can actually use the Bow Wow to help us in our quest. First things first, we want to head to the graveyard. Because the graveyard is kind of important in a way, because there is a piece of heart that I believe we can collect. I'd like to say we can. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to take a quick refreshing pause, because that's what I like to do in between segments, and I'll see you guys then. Alright guys, I'm back from my refreshing pause, and we are headed... Oh, it's the flipping owl. That is a fearsome looking animal you have there. Do not forget the next instrument is in Gabonga Swamp. I know. We want to go down. Some crows here. We just want to kind of take them out quickly. Crows are slightly dangerous in that they take more than 1 hit to kill, and... Thank you. But we have the Bow Wow, and the Bow Wow, aka Chain Chomp, is a beast who will basically kill everything for us. Welcome to the graveyard. Graveyard's quite lovely. So what we need to do is we need to find a specific place in the graveyard. Okay. There are 4 gravestones here, if you noticed. We need to push one of them. I believe, or at least I believe it is pushing one of them. Okay, a lot of zombies around here. They're very rude. I would prefer it if they give us a break. Oh my god, okay. Okay. So basically, what we need to do is we need to reveal a staircase by pushing the bottom right gravestone. So let's do that now. There we go. In we go. We almost died there, which was pretty bad. So what we want to do is we want to push this the way. Now here's the thing. This Rock's Feather is normally not very difficult to get, but we can actually land on that platform. Well, I didn't land on it that time, and I'm certainly gonna... probably fail it. Oh, I had it and I failed. Basically, you can land on that platform and get that heart container. So while I did just die, it's not really too much of a problem. Oh, I needed to push the boulder, right? Basically, this is a way of getting this heart container early, but it just takes a bit of skill that I wasn't showing. But there we go, we've got the heart container, we've got the piece of heart, and now we have a full set of 5 heart containers, which is pretty cool. Because it means that we now can take more damage before dying. Oh, that failed. But it's okay, because, you know, we're here. And I actually kind of want to go left, because I want to see what's there. So, this rock has many cracks. There must be some way to shatter it, or I can just jump. Over here, there is a stairway. I actually don't know where this goes. Oh, this goes to an area we can't go to yet. That's fair enough. Fair enough. So now it's time for us to head to the mystical Kepong swamp. So let's head back through here. Let's head across this way, like that. Jump across here, go up the stairs, and we basically just want to head back this way. We want to head here, and we want to just go to the left. And I believe this should take us back out to where the witch's house is. Yep. Go across here, and we need to go back to the mysterious forest, because now that we've gone through all of that hell, we actually need to go back through the forest and then go through the left area instead of the right. If you remember where we got the Tail Cave key, we're kind of going back in that general direction. So first things first, let's cross over here, jump across here, then we want to turn left here. This takes us to this screen, which we actually saw is the screen where if you go downwards, you'll find the toadstool. Coming out through here, Kepong Swamp, Mysterious Forest. This is also the photograph man's house, I believe, but I don't think he's needed. Well, I pretty much stick to myself, me and my letters. My name's Wright. The only thing I don't like about my hobby is that I never receive a response. Aww. We want to go this way, because now we're going to be heading to the swamp. We did manage to not get ourselves killed, which is good. You know, bit of a plus, must say. Want to head down this way. Welcome to Kepong Swamp. Danger, keep out, except Bow Wow. Basically what it's saying is, keep Bow Wow. Bow Wow's useful. Because Bow Wow is the only one that can break these flowers. He's the only one that will eat them. As such, we do need him to be able to get through this. He also helps us break everything, which is fun. Also, this is actually the next dungeon, and we kind of need Bow Wow to, you know, just chomp them all down. But first things first, we need him to just quickly help us get a treasure chest over there. To do that, we need to go back around, and then I will have him chew off the rest of those flowers so we can get into the dungeon. But first things first, let's just go down here, chew that up. Thank you very much, Mr. Bow Wow. Let's just collect those 50 rupees that were in this chest that I knew about. And in the next episode, guys, we're going to be taking on the second dungeon of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. A very difficult dungeon, I might add. This dungeon I was stuck on for a long time because of some certain aspects about it. So what we will be doing, guys, is in the next episode we're going to be taking on this next dungeon. I've already said that. If you're enjoying the series so far, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And in the next episode of Link's Awakening, we're going to beat another boss. I'll see you guys then.